always seen you as even like a confident, bigger girl.
Yes, when I did have the weight on me, you know, I sustained that confidence because for me, it was more so like a coping mechanism, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that that's what a lot of people do, whether you're male, whether you're female. I think that's something that what we do just to kind of psych ourselves out a little bit is to be like, well, you know, I'm big and I'm beautiful and I'm confident in my skin.
As you should.
And you should be, right? And it's like, you are, because at that time I was in love, honey. I had a man and everything, you know, I was fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got what you want.
Right. It wasn't like I was lonely, but as an individual for yourself, you don't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you weren't always like that. So when you're not always like that and then you gain all that weight, it's a little different.
All right. Welcome to the Socially Fit Podcast. I'm TARRANT Anderson, and I got my buddy, my homegirl, Indy with me. We have a lot to cover. We talk everything from fitness to experiences in the fitness, as well as business, current events, and what's popping in the culture. So, my homegirl, Indy.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. How old are you? Where you from?
Well, my name is Indy Crystal. That's what I go by, is Indy Crystal. I am 31 years old, and I'm from Hackensack. That's where I currently reside right now. It's a good time. So, you know, we here in the Bergen County area, you know? Yeah. What else do you want to know?
So, first of all, we're going to just jump right into your actual fitness journey, like how you got started. Because I know you had a tremendous transformation.
Yes.
And when I saw the pictures on social media, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And this is before you actually started coming to our gym and working with us. So just tell us a little bit about how you got to fitness. Were you always an athlete? Were you always into sports? Like,
I would have to say that during high school, I was more so definitely much more active. I was captain of my step team, you know, every day, all day. It was an all year round type of thing. But, you know, once you head into college, things kind of fall off. And, you know, life just gets the best of you. You're in relationships and you have happy weight and you have all those different type of things that happen. And I kind of just fell off a little bit. It was, you know, a little bit, to be completely transparent, it was a little bit of a depressed state that I was in during a certain time.
Well, wait, hold on. Did you play sports or were you active in college?
Only for my first year.
Where'd you go?
I went to Bergen. But I was still stepping because we would step at Rutgers University. So we had like it was called like the Are You Crazy step team or whatever. So I was still doing that, but only for my freshman year of college.
So would you say even when you were active, were you heavier, always on the heavier side? Were you skinnier and gained weight and then lost weight again?
I've always been thick. My whole life, like since I could remember. Since your girl was born, I've just been, you know, a little bottom heavy.
Shout out to thick girls.
Right. You know, we out here. So I've always been a little thick. But there was a time where I surpassed that, and I just
Dude, you went from thick to
just I was big. You know, I was a big girl. So yeah, but I wasn't like that my whole life. It was just for about 2-3 years, a little time frame that I had that, you know, kind of fell off.
So tell me, you started talking about this depressed state that you were in.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably go through these things, so it's probably important that you share with them. So what was this depressed state and what came from that depressed state?
Yeah, you know, it's something that I'm obviously a lot more comfortable speaking about now because of, you know, just the way that I've opened up to everybody with my journey and everything like that. But there was definitely a lot going on with the relationship that I was in. There was a lot going on with stuff with family, like serious stuff. And, you know, it just kind of got the best of me. And you kind of just lose yourself a little bit. You don't really think about being active. You don't think about eating right and things like that. And before you know it, that weight just piles up on top of you.
So would you say that relationship weight at first was happy relationship weight, or was it
for sure? And you want to know something? I want to say that, you know, that relationship, it wasn't more so that like it was a bad relationship or like, you know, it was horrible, but it was more so like just like a comfortable relationship. You're in that happy state. Like, you know, if one person isn't motivated, the other person might not be motivated. So two motivated, non-motivated people, it's not going to work. So, you know, that's kind of what it was.
So was this college? Was it post-college? Or?
This was post-college.
Okay.
This was post-college.
You guys was real comfortable. Y'all was going out to restaurants often.
Right. Eating, I'm talking about Uber eating Popeyes 4 times a week.
Yo,
Burger
not
King.
the Popeyes.
Yo.
Burger King 4 times a week though?
Like, no, it was bad. It was bad. You know, just other things financially, it was rough. And, you know, it was just a lot of different things that were on my plate. Where even if I wanted to lose weight and eat healthy and do what I needed to do, it would still be a little difficult because of me also not being financially stable.
Gotcha. It's hard to really eat
Oh,
healthy.
yes.
There's ways to do it, but it's not easy.
Yes, right. It's not easy. But you have to find the ways.
You have to find
Yes.
ways.
Yes.
So I want to ask you though. So you were in this depressed state. At what point did you go, nah, I can't do this no more? Like were you working out during this depressed state? Were you kind of just at home chilling?
No, I was at home chilling and I tried a few different things. I did, you know, I tried, you know, regular like diet method, like, you know, I'm just gonna eat salad every day and I'm just gonna do this. And, you know, I even tried like Herbalife for some time too, for like a month or two.
How'd that work out for you?
You know, Herbalife was, for me, it worked. I did it for about like a month. And it did work. I did lose weight doing Herbalife, but for whatever reason, I just wasn't able to stay consistent with it.
Okay, cool.
So, you know, there was a few different things that I did try, but I never stayed consistent, which is most of everyone's issue, right? Like we're never able to stay consistent.
It's hard for me.
Right. It's so hard. So I just wasn't able to do that. But I would definitely have to say, like, you trying on certain things and trying on clothes, and you know, you remember how you used to look, right? And you remember how you used to feel and things like that. And it's like, damn, you putting on this, it's summertime, it's mid-August, and you want to put your sundress on, and you can't because you look crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've always seen you as even like a confident, bigger girl.
Yes, when I did have the weight on me, you know, I sustained that confidence because for me, it was more so like a coping mechanism, to be completely honest with you. And I'm pretty sure that that's what a lot of people do, whether you're male, whether you're female. I think that's something that what we do just to kind of psych ourselves out a little bit is to be like, well, you know, I'm big and I'm beautiful and I'm confident in my skin.
As you should.
And you should be, right? And it's like, you are, because at that time I was in love, honey. I had a man and everything, you know, I was fine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You got what you want.
Right. It wasn't like I was lonely, but as an individual for yourself, you don't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you weren't always like that. So when you're not always like that and then you gain all that weight, it's a little different.
The people that you know, or did you always know you were gay? Like, when did you wake up and be like, yo, I'm heavier than I've ever been and this is not okay?
Definitely, you know, family is going to keep the most real with you. You know, I got a mother of steel. You feel me? So my mom would be like, a girl.
Mom gonna put you in your place. And what you doing right now?
My mom does not care. She don't care. She's like, oh no, Indy, like you gotta lose weight. Like what's going on with you? There was even a time I remember so vividly going to a baseball game. I actually went home that night and cried. I went to a baseball game with my brother, my sister-in-law, my father, and my brother didn't know that I heard him. And not that he was speaking bad about me, but they were just having conversation about me. And he was talking to my sister-in-law and my dad. And he was like, wow, like, you know, like I've never seen Indy so big. You know, so that kind of, you know, it was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he wasn't saying it to hurt you, he was saying it.
Right, yeah, no, of course. No, he definitely wasn't saying it to hurt me. It was just more so like a shock for them as well, because I was, mind you, I am 5 feet and I weighed 225 pounds. So,
that
you
height weight factor is a big deal. You gotta, the shorter you are, the less you can afford to put on.
Exactly. The more round you look, I'm vertically challenged. And
I ain't the tallest motherfucker in the world either, so I know you can't be skinny, you can't be fat, you gotta have some kind of muscle. Right. But it is what it is. Oh, you better be funny.
Right, you gotta do something. Something gotta work. Something gotta work.
So you was 220, right? And then your brother said that hurt your feelings a lot. So immediately after that, did you say, yo, I'm about to go get this shit?
It wasn't immediately, but it's something that it's always on your mind, right? It's something that's literally on your mind every single day. So every single day, it was like, damn, you know, Indy, you need to lose weight. Like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna change this? Whatever, whatever. And one day, through the grace of God, the way my whole transformation started was one day I woke up, you know, I was on Instagram, scrolling down the timeline, and my cousin, shout out to Diana, my cousin had posted a Transformation Tuesday photo.
Okay.
And she had lost a significant, I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, oh my God, like she looks so good. Like, so, you know, I hit her up like, yo, like you look great. Congratulations. Like, what did you do? Like, can you let me know? And that's when she started telling me, you know, kind of educating me on keto. And she was like, yeah, I did keto. And I'm like, well, what the hell is that? Like, I had no clue what keto was before her. And I was like, you know, like, what is it? And she explained it to me. And at first it was super duper intimidating because I'm like, girl, I can't eat this. I can't eat this. I can't eat that. Well, what the hell am I supposed to eat? Like, I'm like, so what am I supposed to eat? So I was really timid and I was really nervous at first to even start that journey. But I had seen her progress and I'm like, that's so cool. Like, you know, she was telling me all these positive things about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just give it a try. And I gave it a try the weekend after Thanksgiving, like how we all do.
You got to wait till the holidays. You can't start no diet during the holidays.
Like, let me wait till after Thanksgiving.
Like that, but nah.
Yes. So that Monday after Thanksgiving is when I started and
the rest is history.
The rest is history.
So keto diet is very popular.
Yeah.
A lot of people are against it. Some people are in love with it.
Yeah.
In between, I've tried keto with some great success. I do think keto is a good option as a diet. I want to ask you, like, with your experience with keto, how did it transform you? Like, were the results immediate? Did you drop weight immediately? Like, was it easy to maintain? Like, talk to us about your actual keto diet experience.
So with the keto diet, yes, number one, I definitely saw results almost instantly. You know, you drop weight almost instantly. Is it hard to do, especially coming from a certain lifestyle of eating? I'm going to say yes. You know, when I come from a pack of Oreos a night. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that.
So I know you feel super good about, you know, how you've been able to help people with Indy's Keto Kitchen and help them along their fitness journey the same way you did with yours.
Yes.
So, you know, what is your plan? Like, where are you at now with your business? Like, where do you see yourself in the future? And, you know, do you want to be full-time with this? Do you want to leave your job? Like, what's this?
Absolutely. I mean, I pretty much already left my job because of my knee surgery. So that's a dub.
Okay.
So being that I've been able to give now 100% into my business, it's been changing dramatically.
Yeah.
You know, when you're working 40 hours a week, you're working out 5 days a week, and you're trying to run a full-time business.
It's hard, right?
Side,
yeah, it's hard.
It is so hard.
So, but at what point do you feel like you're comfortable enough to leave your full-time gig and then take your side gig into a full gig?
Now.
You can make your money and pay your bills and everything comfortably.
Now,
okay.
Now.
So you do feel comfortable enough.
Yes.
That all your bills will be paid.
Yes.
And you're gonna live the life you need to live.
Yes.
But and as entrepreneurs, you go through struggle periods.
Right.
Just, you know, just 1 week it just might not be hitting you like it was
last week.
Of
course, and that happens.
You know?
There's some weeks that I have weeks that I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, it's still good, but it's like, oh, it's okay. And then I have weeks where I'm like, woo, like, well, damn.
So
like,
with Indy's Keto Kitchen, are there do you find it like the seasons where, like, you know, you get more sales? Like, obviously, maybe like New Year, New Me. You know, where everybody wants to be healthy now.
Right,
like, I want to be great, I'm gonna do this.
Absolutely.
So, like, what's your lowest season, you would say?
My lowest season is summertime.
Okay. Lowest
season, 100% is going to be summertime. Anytime between like June, July, sometimes a little bit of August. It's super slow. Everybody's out. Everybody's going.
Everybody the body I got. The body I got. The body's going to be.
And let me tell you something. I don't blame them because I'm outside too.
I'm outside.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't blame them.
It's something about like when September hits. Maybe it's because that's when we used to go back to school.
Right.
Time to get back.
And everybody gets back.
Yeah. So like you got like in the fitness and health world and the diet world, I feel like you got into like July 4th to get like your body right. Because once July 4th hits, it's like I'm outside. I'm going to the club.
You're going everywhere.
You're
not thinking about diet or working out.
You're not locking.
No.
It takes a special person to be able to lock in with their diet from July to August. I'm just call what it is.
And that's what it is. That's what it is.
So, but you still can maintain.
Oh yeah, you still have to maintain. You can't let yourself go now.
No.
You know what
I'm saying? And people enjoy the food where even if they're not as strict on their diet as they should be,
they're still working out.
They're still working out and they're still at least getting some of their meals in,
Right.
so they're not completely throwing away being trash.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So where is Indy's Keto Kitchen right now as a business? Where are you at?
So right now, it's really great. I have delivery services now, which I obviously did not have before, which is really cool. So now I'm able to branch out to a lot more people. You know, people in the city. I'm delivering today. My girl's out right now delivering to Brooklyn, to Long Island. So you know, I'm trying to cover the
She's trying to be global.
I'm trying to cover the map here. And soon I will be shipping out as well. So that's my plan.
Shipping out. So when you say ship out, you're saying we're in New Jersey right now. So you're talking about California, you're talking about Florida.
Correct.
Oklahoma.
Correct.
If they heard about you, they can order. And
that's
how millionaires is made.
Yeah.
The next millionaire meal plan girl.
Let me
You heard me. You heard me.
I need to hashtag that somewhere. That's a good one. Oh my God.
You had that. I just need 10%. That's dope though.
Yeah, you know, I've already had people hit me up from Florida, California, like literally all places on earth, none of earth.
So the vision is there. You already got the vision locked out.
Oh yeah, I had a guy place an order the other day on my website, and he thought that I was in Indiana.
Yeah, why is it
Because of Indy.
Yeah.
And we were emailing. He shot me an email, and he was like, "Oh, you know, where's the pickup location, whatever." And I gave him the address. He's like, "Oh my God, you're in New Jersey?" And I was like, well, yeah, like, you know, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that you were in Indiana because it's Indy's Keto Kitchen." You know, Indy's short for, what is it, Indianapolis?
Yes, Indianapolis. Indianapolis is actually Minnesota. Indiana is
Indiana.
Yeah.
So Indy is short for Indiana. There we go.
We ain't from there, so we don't know no.
Right. So I'm like, I don't know what the short term is, but apparently my name, which is my full name, is an abbreviation for that state.
So I gotta assume if you're shipping, well, your vision is to ship worldwide. You're gonna definitely have. You're not the only chef in the kitchen, or are you?
I am the only chef in the kitchen as far as cooking and seasoning.
Okay.
Now, I do have people that help me chop, divide, portion, pack, bag, and things like that.
That's a full-time job.
Oh,
I can't imagine you shipping worldwide and just being you.
Right now.
I know right now you probably can, but is there any plans for how do you plan on scaling, I guess the word is?
So actually, after this, I have to go to Brooklyn to meet up with another guy that is going to basically bring me out a pitch deck. Okay, so that's going to be
high level right there. It's high level stuff right there.
So you know, I'm trying to do all of that because now you know we need to move forward and we need to keep pushing. I've been doing this, you know, in the comfort of my home and things like that for now about 1.5 years solidly. And, you know, I kind of just feel like I want to branch out and do everything like that. So he has that whole plan as to like, all right, now you got to come up with like the whole like ingredient list and whatever. Because Indy, you're not going to be, where are you going to be? You know what? You're not going to be able to be there to cook all of that food.
Once you're the boss, you can't.
To have it right, exactly. So that is the next step. And God willing, you know, I love you for God.
Shout out
to God.
But, so, you know, would you say that the industry of meal prep is still, you find it's a lot of competition or it's kind of saturated?
I do think that there is a lot of competition. When I first started this, I had no idea that everywhere you turn, there's a meal prep company. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you turn. I had no idea at first. But, you know, I just feel like that's them, and that's fine. They can do what they do. You know, but I'm me, and I feel like what separates me from other meal prep company is me.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Yes. So I feel like, you know, I love talking to my clients. I love when they ask me questions. I love answering their questions, and I love getting to know my clients.
You know, that's super important because we live in an era now where it's not just like you got the brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi. There's no person attached to those brands.
Right.
So now people want to see a face attached to a brand. If they you know, identify with you, they can relate to you, they like who you are as a person, you're going to be able to make sales no matter what because they just like you as a person.
Yeah, and I think it's super important to be able to relate to your clients, especially if you are selling a product. And again, you know, I take it back to the times where I was super depressed and just not feeling myself and not in the, you know, best spirits during that time. And you look at these men and these women that come to me that they want to start this diet, they want to lose weight, and they see where I was, and they're able to relate to that because they see like, well, damn, you know, she was also here at one point in her life, and look what she did to be able to get to where she is now. So I think that's really important. And again, I just feel like, you know, shout out to all the meal prep companies, and that's great. But as far as for me, I don't concern myself with them. I don't worry about it. You know?
For all you future entrepreneurs, current entrepreneurs, there's a billion, gazillion, trillion people on this planet. There's enough food for everybody to eat. Don't think that it's your particular industry is oversaturated. You just gotta find your particular niche and what you're good at, and who you speak to in your tribe, and you'll be able to flourish.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this too now. So where do you see yourself 3, 4, 5 years from now? You know, where's Indy's Keto Kitchen gonna be? Where are you gonna be as far as your physique goals and what you got? What are your next goals? What are we doing?
My next goals, I would have to say, I want to be no longer technically in the kitchen, right? Because at that point, I want to be able to now just run a different part of my business and have the whole food preparation and things like that, the shipping out, the deliveries, the pickups, and having all of that handled by another team that's obviously, you know, going to be monitored by me. But I see myself just being like, I want to be like on TV.
You the boss. Like, you just like millionaire mogul.
Like I want to have like a show. Like I want to have like a, what's that show that was like Biggest Loser or something?
Biggest Loser.
Like I just want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to like just do stuff like that. Like I just want to be like just out there, honestly.
Let me branch out and do whatever
like I just want to do it all. I want to do a million things, to be honest with you. But hopefully, you know, again, God willing, everything is through God. He has been so amazing throughout this entire thing. So I am just hoping that, you know, all of my goals and all of my dreams that I really do pray for on a daily, you know, get to flourish and really get to where I need to be, because, you know, I want to do a lot. Like I'm literally nowhere near done. I'm nowhere near finished. So
let's leave with this. So as somebody who just started their entrepreneurial journey, can you give any tips or nuggets to somebody who, any business they want to get started? Like what would you tell somebody who's scared to start something they're passionate about? Like, what's the tips could you give them?
Let me tell you, that fear is the devil, honey. That fear and that's everyone's issue. Everyone is scared. You get what I'm saying? No matter what. No matter how confident you are, no matter what the situation is, everybody is always going to have somewhat of fear inside of them when they want to jump and leap into doing something new and different. So what I've learned, and what I would probably say to anybody out there that's really trying to, you know, get into their own business and be an entrepreneur and things like that, is literally just to do it. You literally just have to do it. Don't listen to the outside noise, because if you listen to the outside noise, you're not going to do it and you're not going to get anywhere. You know, make sure you do your research. Make sure, you know, there's going to be certain things you got to sacrifice. There were nights upon nights of sacrifice of sleep, of going out, of all of that, that I couldn't go out. I couldn't link up with my homegirls. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. There were nights I would work, and this was, you know, obviously 9 times out of 10, if you're starting a business, you already working a 9 to 5, right? So there would be nights, you know, I worked retail. So with retail, my schedule was crazy. So it's like, there were some days I worked a 9 to 5. There were some days I did a 1 to 10. There were some days I did 12 to 8. So it varied, you know what I'm saying? Crazy schedules. And there were nights where I would wake up, let's say for a Saturday, for example, just a whatever. I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to prep, bags, labels, containers, this, that, and the other, to get ready, get ready to go to work, to be there by, let's say 1 o'clock, let's say I was closing that night, to be at work by 1 o'clock, to then leave work at 10 o'clock, to then come right back home and prep until about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, to then wake up, take a quick little 2-3 hour nap, to then wake up again for Sunday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to finish out the prep so that people can come and pick up their food. And that was like that for almost a year.
Full grind mode.
Yeah, almost a year. And now, and that was all doing all that by myself. Oh, and that's another thing, honestly. In the beginning, you're going to be really tired and you're going to want to give up. You're going to want to give up because you're going to feel like, yo, like I can't do this. Like it's a lot of work, and you don't have the funds yet. You don't have the money yet to pay somebody else. You get what I'm saying? You still have to build all of that. So in the beginning, I'm like, bruh, like what in the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I need help. You know? And let me tell you something. Once I got that help, I expanded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
stages to it, right? It's just
Of
like,
course.
go to the next level.
Absolutely. There's stages to it. You know, you'll be fine. Just rock it out for a little bit. But you know, yeah, that's that. Just do it. Go for it. Don't be afraid to spend money. You gotta spend money.
Scared money don't make no money.
Right. Scared money don't make no money. That's definitely a fact.
Man,
that is definitely a fact.
Indy, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Such a good personality, good energy. It's my pleasure. So where could they find you? Give us your social media handles, websites, things like that. So you're looking for where you at.
Okay, so my website is www.indies, that's INDYS, ketokitchen.com. And then my personal Instagram is Indy, INDY_crystal, that's with a C, CRYSTAL.
Spell it out.
And then my business Instagram is Indies, again with the underscore and the little S at the end, Indies_Keto Kitchen. So that's where you can find me. That's where all my content is at.
Boom, go find her. Go get some keto meals. She ain't no longer Oreo Indy no more. She's millionaire mogul right here.
No more Oreo Indy. I can't with that name.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Socially Fit Podcast. We appreciate you. I'll see you next time.
It's lit.